Hey, what's up everyone? It's Sam and it's time for another Monday Music Breakdown. Hope you're all doing well and getting to make a lot of cool music during this time. I know we're all in quarantine and so we're plugging away at our own respective spots at the things that we do. So this particular ad I think speaks in a little bit to that and it's just a really great song, and I got some good points about this one. I got another Samsung commercial. So again, this is Samsung, which I've done in the past, but a little bit different tune this time by a great singer-songwriter. So let's watch this.
Life is too far to walk alone. You can't do it on your own, but time will show the people gonna be okay. Storms will never come to stay. They just show us how bad we need each other, how bad we need each other. Don't you know how bad we need each other? You know what I'm saying? Show us how bad we need each other.
Okay, what a great commercial. And again, this is a singer-songwriter. His name is Mark Scabilia, and the song is called How Bad We Need Each Other. And here is something that I wanted to point out right off the bat that we get asked a lot, is the question, is there room in the ad world for music that might be a little bit more singer-songwriter and mellow type music? So here we go. Here's a perfect example. During these times, quarantine, COVID, more companies are making ads. They're trying to be a little bit more sensitive toward just the overall feel of like what's going on in our country and around the world. And so here's a perfect spot where we're starting to see a lot of ads that have a similar message or theme to them. It is a message that's been used a lot in ads forever of coming together, working together, being sensitive towards each other, how much we need each other. So that's definitely a message you've seen in advertisements before, but there's definitely kind of a new trend, I would say, as I'm looking at advertisements coming out. And you, as a songwriter, a producer, an artist, you could be sensitive towards those things and kind of like shape your music to fit maybe what companies are looking for right now. So even with that said, this song does do a bunch of things that is great for advertising and sync. If you listen through the whole song, it's got all the stuff that we talk about. It definitely has build to it. It starts off more light and acoustic and just with his voice, kind of featuring his voice, and then the song slowly builds over time. So it's got build, it's got authenticity. He sings from a place that seems very genuine, and the vocal is draws you in, is nice, is warm, pleasing to hear, and it's got he's singing about something we've heard a million times before, but in a very genuine, authentic way that kind of draws and brings you in. Let's also just talk for a second about the production. There is some acoustic, organic, warm elements to all the instruments here, but as I listened to it very closely, I also noticed that some of the beat to me sounds like it could be programmed instruments. So while it's not completely an electronic song, probably more based on acoustic instruments, if I listen closely, I wonder if something wasn't programmed to kind of create a rhythmic bed underneath his acoustic instruments. Or it could be a percussionist that carefully hand played out some things that they put in there too. That's also like a possibility. But the point of that I wanted to mention was how the production and the sounds, even though it's a very organic, warm singer-songwriter type song, yet the production still has some modern sounds to it. So I think this is really important, is that the recording sounds modern, that the song sounds authentic, that the mix has elements in it that like you might hear this song on the radio today or something like that. So I think being authentic and current go hand in hand. Those two things have to be strong if you want to have a singer-songwriter piece that might float and work in a modern commercial. So all of that said, great commercial. Mark really nailed it. I'm not sure if he even writes music aimed at sync, but when you look at this commercial and the sentiment and the feeling that he adds to his song, the two just work perfectly together. So I hope that helps. If you're a singer-songwriter and you're wondering where you might fit in the ad space world, I would argue now is the time to get these type of songs with these type of messages and have them ready to put out there. So until the next one, Sam, along with Catch the Moon Music, and have a good week.